I am Johnny Massacre and welcome to my world. May your stay here be interesting. Tonight, the official SEGA Store has opened in Tokyo, Japan, and we have an exclusive behind the scenes look at that. Who is with me? Give me a hell yeah! SEGA is back, everyone. SEGA is back. They have opened their official store in Shibuya, Tokyo, Japan, inside the Parco mall. I was walking through Shibuya today, and being the retro gaming nerdy detective that I am, I spied a man holding a Sonic the Hedgehog bag, and then something clicked. Yeah, SEGA have been planning to open an official store. SEGA's last store shut down in the district of Akihabara in Japan around the time of Ovid K19. That's the last official SEGA building there was. And now SEGA is back in 2025. It is opening tomorrow on Friday the 18th of July. But I was there a little bit early doing some investigative journalisming. Took a few photos, had a little look inside. And it looks pretty interesting. So I would love to share with you, Massacre mates, what it looks like inside the new SEGA store. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. So, let's go through it, shall we, governor? So you can see the store here, and it looks really beautiful. SEGA has a big neon sign of their logo outside the store. And they've got this kind of hologram thing here. It looks a little bit pixelated and chopped up, but that's because of the frame rate of my camera. It's actually not like that, so you can see various SEGA games and the SEGA logo. This is Puyo Puyo, I believe, which looks kind of awesome. And you can kind of see inside the store, they've got a Sonic section with Sonic plushies. They've got Amy, they've got Tails and stuff like that. They've got a Shadow the Hedgehog statue in here. And then you can see other games they've got. This looks like the Like a Dragon series, and they have some figures and stuff like that. They've also got Atlas, and they've got Persona 5. So it's actually quite a simple store, but there was a really good buzz around it. All of the people outside the store seemed to be really hyped and just taken in by the interior design of what SEGA had done. All the kids walking past it were proper into it. I thought kids, they don't really identify with the SEGA brand that much, because SEGA hasn't had a console for the best part of, God, like 20 years now, 20 years plus. All the kids going past were into it and talking about it and pointing at it, so they kind of recognize it, maybe from their mum and dad or whatever. And SEGA is still going strong. This is on the same floor as the official Nintendo store, which is always overcrowded in Japan. And it's also on the same floor as the Pokemon Center. It's right next to the Capcom store. So it's a veritable gaming paradise over in the Shibuya Parco Mall in Tokyo, Japan. You can see on the right, they have a neon sign that says Empower the Gamer, which is cool. And then when they open a new store in Japan, they have all these flowers and stuff, and then they write some stuff on a sign. This is what it looks like when they open a new restaurant or a new store. So this is essentially collaborative partners who are partnering up with SEGA. So you've got Kadokawa, who have various intellectual properties that they're involved with, one of whom is SEGA. And this is a little bit shaky, but we couldn't go inside, bruv. We could not go inside. So this was Thursday the 17th, the day before the grand opening of the SEGA store. And they said, please refrain from entering. Access is restricted to authorized personnel only. How dare you, SEGA? How dare you? So we can have a little peek still. You can see some of the goods over here. We're going to look at all the official goods. We can see that on the store. You can see these Sonic plushies here, which look kind of interesting and very cute and very nice. You can see there's a collaboration with Yoji Yamamoto. So this is the Y3 fashion brand, I believe. So I'm guessing inside there's going to be some kind of Sonic clothing designed by a top designer. I've actually got some pants designed by Yoji Yamamoto. So if we look here with my investigative journalisming picturings, you can see some of the other things in the SEGA store. A lot of SEGA Sonic the Hedgehog plushies. And look at this, bruv. We got a massive kind of Sonic here. And this is very meta because Sonic's skin is made up of hundreds of little Sonics and Knuckles. So I quite like that. Should I get that? Should I put that in my room? So look back here. We can see Sega mugs. We can see what looks like a Sega pillow. Sega, come on. Release a console. Keep it as Japanese as possible. Don't do what Microsoft and Sony have done. Just keep being as Japanese as possible. Don't change for the Western non-existent modern audience. Come on, Sega. You've got the Sonic, bruv. You've got Streets of Rage. You've got Golden Axe. You've got all these amazing properties. You've got Phantasy Star. Come on, Sega. You got all these amazing games that you could bring back. You got the Crazy Taxi, bruv. Who remembers Crazy Taxi? You got House of the Dead Geezer. You got Daytona USA. You got Virtua Racing, Virtua Fighting. I could go on and on and on, bruv. Sega needs to make a comeback. Look at this, everyone. The Sega Store is open for business in Tokyo, Japan, and it's looking amazing. Look at all those flowers outside, opening the new official Sega Store in the Shibuya Parco Mall. Lots of buzz outside, lots of people looking inside. You're not allowed to go in. It's only press only, but I was there the day before, and I took a few naughty pictures as we saw just a second ago. We've got Like a Dragon merchandise, we've got Persona 5 merchandise, we got Shadow the Hedgehog, big statue inside the store, Sonic the Hedgehog plushies, all these kinds of things, bruv. The Sega neon sign, how cool is that? Empower the gamers, Sega says in the new Sega Store in Shibuya. So look, they were giving out these Sonic bags to members of the press. And I didn't get one, bruv, because I'm not part of the press. I'm the undercover real journalist who's not paid off by Sega, giving you the real news live from Tokyo, Japan. As I said before, I saw some guy outside the store holding this. That's how I knew that the Sega Store was opening. So they were giving these out to all the people who were lucky enough to be invited into the Sega Store a day early. Now look at this, bruv. This is the Gachapon. This is the original loot box, right? The analog loot box before loot box is ruined gaming. Sega has their own Gachapon. These are the Gachapon capsules. A Gachapon is essentially little capsule toys, and you can't choose which one you get. So there's a gambling random element to it where you have to keep putting in money to get the one you want. And Sega have their own Gachapon. So I think I put my camera underneath a little bit to have a little peek at the Gachapon. Look, here it is, right? This is the Sega Gachapon. It says Mega Drive. That says Mega Drive. So you're going to get some kind of Mega Drive themed Gachapon. And look how many you can get. There is 14 different Mega Drive Gachapons. My God, you're in gacha heaven here. You're going to have to play at least 30 or 40 times to even have the smallest chance of getting the full set of Gachapons there. But world exclusive, mate, the Sega Gachapon. There's another one down here, and it also says Mega Drive. It's the same one. So it looks like difficult to see. Is that a Mega Drive game that we're going to get there? Could well be. Could well be. And then we've got some kind of Sonic characters down here. It says Sonic the Hedgehog. And it looks like some little badge or maybe a coaster. We've got Knuckles, Amy, Tails, Shadow, Dr. Robotnik, I call him. I know he's Eggman. We've got a KO. This is actually the best part of the Sonic Adventure game that hasn't really aged that well on the Dreamcast, but I still got time for it. And we've got Super Sonic there. So since these two Gachapons are the same, I'm guessing these two are the same as well. So we got some Mega Drive themed Gachapons. And what is it? It says acrylic holder, acrylic holder. So maybe it's like a clip or something. It's some kind of clip. So that's quite interesting. Now, this was some YouTuber dude, and he was super annoying, right? Obviously, like, these guys are paid by Sega to come down and try to bring a buzz. And they try to kind of make it look organic, but it's really fake. So they have to feign interest because they're getting paid by Sega. And that guy was going, oh my God, it's Sonic, blah, blah. So this guy is just going to give the most glowing review ever. I'll give you the real deal. Look, I'm mad hyped about it. I could have shed a tear of excitement when I came across the SEGA store. It is cool. But let's be honest, there's not really a lot of stuff in here. It's just a few Sonic plushies. But look at this. We got some Sonic figures over here. But still, I love Sega a lot. And it's great that they got this presence. And it's great that they had this buzz around the store. Sega is still relevant, and it gives me hope that one day Sega will re-enter the console market. You can do it, Sega. Here are some of the goods in the Sega store. A few mugs there, t-shirts. We're going to look at the official goods in a minute. They are all on the Sega Store website, but this is a little sneak peek behind the scenes. This is that annoying YouTuber guy. Don't know who this guy is, but he got let into the store. And then they're playing a range of their intellectual property, their games and stuff out the front, which is quite cool. Get another angle here looking inside the store. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Looks pretty tidy. What do you think of the design of the Sega store? So let's keep going, see if I've got any more pictures, interesting things for you with this world exclusive sneak peek inside. We got Sonic the Hedgehog, Kosuke Kawamura. This is obviously some Japanese designer who's designed these meta Sonic plushies where Sonic, the narcissist that he is, has himself emblazoned all over himself. I do like that. Now look at this picture, right? Honest to God, right? Humans are simple creatures. You put a man in a fluffy suit and humans going to be happy. When this dude came out, I got mad happy. Everyone was lining up to get their picture taken with Sonic. Such a simple promo, and yet so effective. Who would have thought that just putting a man in a Sonic suit could generate such a buzz? Loads of people gathering around. Look how friendly he is. I kind of like this Sonic suit because it definitely honors the original Sonic design, but it has a little flavor of that naughty thousands era Sonic, which is just a little bit edgier. So Sonic in the suit came out, and he was taking pictures with everyone. It's kind of wicked. You have to like that. Look, official opening of the Sega store in Tokyo, Japan. Sonic is there. There he is, bruv. He's looking a little bit wrinkly, especially down here. I mean, it is about 40 years since he was born. So he's middle-aged, isn't he? But there he is, Sonic in the suit outside the new Sega store. And look, we're in Japan, bruv, so tourists walk around with one-piece backpacks and things like that. It's cool. People love Japan and all this cool stuff Japan has made. Best country in the world, without a doubt. Why do you think I live here, bruv? Look how happy this guy is. He got his picture with Sonic the Hedgehog. Look, we got some peeps over there with their happy with their photos of Sonic. Look, Sonic brings love. Sonic brings joy. Everybody loves Sonic the Hedgehog, bruv. There he is waving at me. He's my new friend. I just love Sega so fucking much. And that's it. So let's have a look at what you can actually buy inside the Sega store. We've got all of those goods right now on their official site. Here it is. Sega.jp/Sega Store Tokyo. This is what you can get, geezer. We're going to put it into English for you. Okay, look, Sega. They know their audience. Look at all these cool games over the years. We got Puyo Puyo. We've got all the different Sonics from the 2D to the 3D ones. We've got Like a Dragon, Yakuza. Loads of cool stuff. Alright, here we go. So they say the Sega Store Tokyo offers a lineup of goods based on beloved Sega and Atlas characters. Our goal is to provide our visitors with wonder, lasting memories and connections to our captivating characters and products. Novelty item, limited number. You've got a Sega cup made of metal. And it looks good. It's got the Sega logo on it, the Sega logo tumbler. To celebrate its grand opening, Sega Store Tokyo will be giving away free Sega tumblers with any purchase of 7,000 yen or more. That's like $40. Each come in a random color, white, black, silver, or an elusive gold. Whole lot of mercy. Am I going down there tomorrow to pick that up? Pick up items. So these are the things you can get. We've got a little Sonic plushie, you've got a Sonic pencil case. We've got the Narcissist Sonic with Sonic on Sonic on Sonic. We've got a Mega Drive cartridge. No, it's an acrylic block. They say you can infuse your decor with memorabilia from Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic Adventure, and Sonic Adventure 2. So this is an acrylic block. Kids, this is what video games used to look like back in the day when they were in cartridge form. Wow, look at that. That was the Japanese cover for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Really nice design. I like that. It was definitely different in the West. This is the Japanese box for Sonic 1. That is so 90s, isn't it? 90s aesthetic top to bottom. So look, you can get the original cartridge and CD releases of the OG Sonic games in an acrylic block. There's a bear brick, because of course there's a bear brick. Bruv, there's a 400% bear brick. That's as big as a rather large, clonking Amazonian river otter. Dare I purchase one of these? Might it become rare? Mate, I've got to have it! The Sonic the Hedgehog bear brick. Should I be purchasing this? Oh, Lord of mercy. Okay, they're going to have this in the store. Sega says, don't miss out. Medicom Toys commemorating the Sega Store's grand opening with special collaborative designs of the wildly popular bear brick series. Am I going to get a Sonic the Hedgehog 400% bear brick? 400, is that the big clonking one, the massive one? Look at that, bruv. I've got to have it. Might have to get that, bruv. So look, they got a bear brick. But wait, there's more. We've got Like a Dragon. They got badges. They got figures from Like a Dragon. Looks quite dope. Japan being Japan, ultra detailed, tippity top quality. We've got colourful stage. This stuff I just do not understand. Does anyone want to fill me in on this part of the brand? This, I have no idea what this is. It says Oshare, Rabu and Berry. Have no idea what that is. Love and Berry. Okay, Sega have really strayed from their roots, haven't they? We got Puyo Puyo. I know Puyo Puyo, bruv. We got a desk mat. We've got a badge. Pin buttons are so big in Japan. They kind of suck, but Japanese people love them. We've got another acrylic block. Again, featuring the OG games from Dreamcast, Sega Saturn. Mate, this gets me hype from the Mega Drive. We got the Puyo Puyo plushie. Look, we got the Sega Pillow logo plushie. Wouldn't mind one of those. Man, I might have to go down there tomorrow, you know. We've got the logo charm, because Japanese people remain rather infantile, even up to middle age and beyond, and put these little charms all over their bags. Hey, I can't cuss it. It's part of the culture. We got, oh mate, Sega top. Give me the Sega top, bruv. Give me that Sega top. The problem is, because Japanese people are smaller, usually these cut off too high, so I probably can't wear that. But mate, I would like one of those. Look, if you're coming to Japan, if you're coming, and you go to the Sega store, you can get this eye mask, so when you fly home, you can sleep in style with the Sega logo emblazoning your face. Mate, we've got a Sega Saturn replica console. Sega's classic consoles are back as special mini collectibles. Die-cast miniatures, bruv. Look at this. Oh, mate, you got the Dreamcast. Come on, bruv. Give me some of that. Shit, Mega Drive. Might have to get that. Oh, my God, I'm getting so hyped. You know Sega's my love brand. Nostalgia. This is nostalgia bait. This is hitting real hard. We got Persona 3 acrylic figures and posters, A3 size posters. These are big in Japan. Any single brand has a plushie like this, and I don't get it because they're super ugly. But people love this stuff out here. It's everywhere. We got Persona 5 Royal. Should I play this game? Am I late to the party? We got playing cards from Persona 5. We got Metaphor. Never heard of that. And that's pretty much it. So that is the stock of the Sega Store. Shall I go down there tomorrow? Here's a video, an official video to commemorate the Sega Store grand opening tomorrow, bruv. I think this is made by that producer, Psyche. So we've got Puyo Puyo. Mate, I love that kawaii character. Persona 3. Persona 5. What is Metaphor? Never played that. I love the blue aesthetic. Mate, the bear brick. Should I get the bear brick? Okay. So yeah, let's be honest. It's a little bit bare bones, but if you're a Sega fan, why not? Why not get down there? So that was Sega's official video to celebrate the opening of their store. So news articles are starting to emerge on this. We've got an article on Japan travel. They say Sega Store opens in Shibuya Parco. Gotta go fast. So they got the invite. They were in there. And you can meet and greet Sonic himself. I've already met him, bruv. I've already met him. Finally, I met Sonic. We've got some merchandise here we haven't seen yet. Some Sonic goods available at the Sega Tokyo Store. That would make a good souvenir. I like the design of this. Look, because that is the original Sonic, and that is the best design. It was kind of like a Japanese Mickey Mouse, right? I feel they almost should never have changed that. It looks super dope. So it's good to see them honoring the original. Now, this is kind of slightly new, but again, they're honoring the original, and I like the way they're going back to this. Nintendo really maintained and evolved and cultivated their Mario brand so well. Sonic kind of, I don't know, he went off the rails, bruv. And he actually went on a few rails. Remember the grinding aspects of the games? That was not good. So it's good to see Sonic going back to what really made the brand good. Basically, this design. We've got the Kyoto Tori, or the Japanese Tori gates. This looks very cool. This is the mall. This had a massive refurb a couple of years ago, like $1 billion refurb. So if you love games, anime, or both, visit Shibuya Parco and check out the Sonic store. These dudes went inside. So you get a little bit of a closer look in there. What are these hats, bruv? This Like a Dragon hats. What's this all about? I haven't actually played that game. I played Lost Judgment, a game about Japanese pension funds in the style of Like a Dragon. And I believe it's quite similar. Look, that's quite good. You got a Sonic the Hedgehog fan. You got the placemat. You got the kind of green tea mugs. Anyone want to pick one of these up? Whole lot of mercy. Oh, look! Bro, this is messed up because it actually looks like a real game, but it's just an acrylic block. But that gets me hyped. Look, man, do you remember that? Dreamcast? That was a banger. Sega Saturn, remember that? That was a banger too. That was a banger too. Look, Puyo Puyo. This is actually mad kawaii. This guy's going, eh! And then we've got the angry Puyo over here. I like this. I like this a lot. Look, there you go. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, the whole crew. Shadow, Eggman, Like a Dragon, ready to clonk. He's got the clonk stick, bruv. Don't leave home without it. Okay, look. Now this is horrific. Look at that. The Like a Dragon pillows. Come on now. Whole lot of mercy. Wait, I think you see the price for that. How much was that? Okay, that's like $25 for one of those Like a Dragon pillows. Anyone going to be buying that? There we go, look, the opening of the Sonic, of the Sega store. Good times, everyone, good times. I'm so hyped for this, so happy to show you this exclusive news, the opening of the Sega store. What do you think about that? Would you like to visit? Do you think it looks any good? Do you think it looks trash? I think it looks pretty wicked, mate, and I'm excited about it. I'm Johnny Massacre, and if you're just joining us, we are talking about an exclusive tonight, world first, the opening of the Sega store in Tokyo, Japan. But if you have been watching from the beginning, then stop your grinning and drop your linen, donate some cash, and let's keep winning. Check out my horrible overlay. Streamlabs.com/Johnny Massacre, Patreon.com/Johnny Massacre, PayPal.me/ give me a hell yeah. You can donate now and make me extremely happy. I saw someone donate. I bet it's Brad. Is it Brad? Mate, Brad is carrying this channel. $9.99 donation. 3 thumbs up. 2 comments. Pocket Fluff with the party emojis and Ajay with the Acist Ray emoji. How dare you, Ajay? How you doing, Ajay? Good to see everyone in dem comments.
Ajay says, hell yeah, good evening, Johnny. Brad W says, what's up, people? Ajay says, Brad in the house. Brad W says, what do you want to purchase tonight, sir? Milkitia makes things says howdy. Ajay says, Milky in the house. Milkitia makes things says, Ajay in the house. Milkitia makes things says, can I have the shadow statue? Ajay says, imagine Sega making a comeback for a new console.
Oh,
Pocket Fluff says, hey
boner.
now. Milkitia makes things says, Victoria. Ajay says, Victoria the menace in the house. Pocket Fluff says, lol, hiya Milky. Pocket Fluff says, hey Ajay. Milkitia makes things says, my kids love Sonic dude and all the Hatsune Miku stuff is Sega. Ajay says, Victoria, have you seen the new released movie trailer today for MK2? Pocket Fluff says, yeah, my son was obsessed with Sonic when he was little, he still likes him. Pocket Fluff says, no, haven't seen that. Ajay, any good? Brad W
We
says,
should watch it.
get a press pass for your channel. Brad W
Right?
says, yay, but you don't have a Sonic bag, colon. Milkitia makes things says, anything Shao or Shadow, I will throw out all my punk rock ideals for Mayo. Pocket Fluff says, oof, just looked up the cast of MK2, I knew it, they put a guy that's Ladyboy adjacent to play Louis Kang. I won't be watching Can't Beat Robin Shu, even old Robin Shu, lol. Ajay says, Johnny, speaking of Sega and Sonic, check your private message on Discord. I've shared a beat art of Sonic. Brad W says, Pedro Pascal should play Liu Kang. Victoria. Milkitia makes things says, acrylic keychain. Pocket Fluff says, no please God, no no no. Michael Scott. Brad W. Ajay says, yes Victoria, it looks pretty good and seems better than the first film from 2021. I wanted the trailer to be longer, but I guess there will be a longer one a month before the release in October. Pocket Fluff says, I'll stick with the original from the 90s. Ajay, the new cast looks gay, lol. Milkitia makes things says, they should have paid me. It won't even be fake hype. Just me gushing about this franchise for autists. That includes Yakuza, lol. Slub says, brother, UK has fallen. Ajay says,
I was going to say that.
I agree, Victoria. This time the second movie will have Johnny Cage played by Carl Urban, who I personally think is too old. It would be epic if he was played by Johnny Massacre though. Pocket Fluff says, did you get his autograph, Johnny, like the kids do with the characters at Disney, lol?
I didn't.
Milkitia makes things says, we're like yay, I Sega and Slubs is just like help, there's Doom Mayo. Ajay says, Carl Urban. Slub says, there's gonna be riots here. Pocket Fluff says, yeah, the guy playing Johnny Cage looks like he should be playing an old Kano. Ajay, lol. Milkitia makes things says, are you gonna be okay, Slubs? Pocket Fluff says, Johnny would have to be Kano. Ajay, he was British, remember? Johnny Cage was a Hollywood movie star, American.
Am I going to be a race swapped Kano?
Sonic isn't popular in Japan though. Pocket Fluff
Yeah, he's
says,
not.
is that a Sonic with mouse ears? What's that about? Milkitia makes things says, that's an art toy. Victoria. Ajay says, Victoria, speaking of Kano, he has returned for some reason. Jade is also in it, who is played by the same actress from Neil Druckmann's forthcoming game in space. Brad W says, Sega, what would you like to buy today? Johnny, yes. Milkitia makes things says, I can't stand Bear Bricks, lol. Pocket Fluff says, I thought it was Disney Lego Sonic, lol. Brad W has donated $9.99 and says, for something.
Legend, thank you, Brad.
Says, now Yakuza figures, I can get behind that. Milkitia makes things says, buttons are rad as hell, Johnny, what are you on about?
Sorry.
Milkitia makes things says, call me infantile then, brother Mayo. I love me a keychain. Ajay says, Dreamcast beautiful. Milkitia makes things says, I was just getting into an in-depth conversation about Persona 3 last night. God, it's just the least good in that series, lol.
Why are they pushing it?
Says, what is this, a Dreamcast for ants? Arthur Shaw says, hey everybody. Arthur Shaw says,
Arthur.
Sup Johnny.
Sup.
Pocket Fluff says, Arthur Shaw. Brad W says, just 18,000 that Donkey Kong release date.
I think I saw it today in the Nintendo store.
It needs to be at least 3 times bigger. Ajay says, Johnny, the Dreamcast startup screen is still today my all-time favorite.
So good.
Love the dream-like music that plays.
I might have to buy a retro console.
My heart with nostalgia each time. Brad W says, Milky lol, it's for people that can't game really good. Milkitia makes things says, Metaphor re Fantasio was really good, Johnny, same team as Persona, they've walked away from Persona altogether and are doing new things.
Is it good, that game?
Shaw says, Donkey Kong Bonanza is out now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Arthur Shaw in the house. Milkitio makes Ting says. Those shadows look horrible. I'll take 10. Snapjack says my first ever gaming system was the Sega Genesis. Pocket
Me
Fluff.
too!
Milky. Milkitio makes Ting says none of those pillows were my boy Tiger, so I don't want one. Ajay says.
Snapchat,
"Yo,
legend.
Johnny. No one would notice a race-swapped Johnny Cage since you're still white lol." Pocket Fluff says. Kano was British Johnny. Johnny Cage was American, so if you played Kano it wouldn't be race swapping, but you'd need to grow a 5 o'clock shadow and pretend to be mean and stupid lol.
I am mean and stupid.
Ting says they're pushing it because they've remade it 4 times and it's a fantastic favorite.
Okay, so UK's fallen. Like, I actually kind of wanted to mention this, but seriously, and I said this a long time ago, and it's still true today, but it's actually getting worse. The UK is putting out insane news daily. And it's actually, once you actually slip into socialism, it's like this fucked up dark comedy that just relentlessly is trying to top itself for how fucked up it can be. UK is actually done. It's actually done. You can't change it. So here's the thing, right? Basically, Too Long Didn't Read. The UK is the product of the most successful empire the world has ever seen.
Pocket Fluff says lies Johnny lies, you are not mean or
its current status as a magnet for like refugees is because of its success as an empire that was built up over like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Now America's top dog. England can't rebuild that once it's gone. It's given away Chagos Islands. It's basically like soft rejoining the European Union, who want to bring in like more refugees. There's so many refugees in England. There's like migrant hotels opening all the time now. And the craziest thing is, in spite of all of this, there was this cover up where they brought in 150,000 Afghanis secretly, and a UK court behind the scenes took out a super injunction to stop any press from covering this. So no one voted for this, and correct me if I'm wrong, it wasn't even in the budget. It cost $7 billion to bring all these Afghanis in. And so they're actually spending UK taxpayer money and not declaring it and censoring it from the press. And nobody voted for it. And everyone, even left and right, voted to stop like mass migration. So the UK is actually now a tyranny. They're just doing whatever they want behind the scenes with your tax money, my UK friends, my British mates, and not even declaring it. So who cares? I mean, everyone knows it's rigged, right? Whoever's getting in, even Conservative Party, you've got loads and loads of like refugees and stuff. But now it's kind of out in the open. And not only that, they're lowering the voting age to 16. Right, when I was 16, I was talking about like Airing Tay, Aunday, Uckingham Bay, Alice Pay. 16-year-olds, basically, you can't buy alcohol, you can't buy cigarettes, you can't give blood, you can't do any of this shit. But you can vote on like all the laws that are made in the country, and the young people are the most susceptible to all this propaganda and stuff. So, yeah, so imagine a metaphor for the UK's like empire is a skyscraper. Like, it built this huge skyscraper with a strong foundation over centuries, and then when socialism comes along, it just steals everything that's already there and redistributes it among like angry young people in order to take over power from the people who were productive and built it all. And then you're essentially tearing and burning that skyscraper to the ground. Once you burn it down, it's never coming back. Like, England will never get that success again. The more people you bring in, all you're going to do is artificially boost the GDP. Okay, you've got a few more products. But here's the problem. If you look at the graph for GDP, supply and demand, it's supposed to essentially meet in the middle. So when supply goes up and demand is also going up, you'll get to this sweet spot. But when the supply is too much, there's just too much of everything, demand will essentially go down. So having like more products and stuff and more Deliveroo drivers ultimately isn't going to make the economy good. There's going to be more competition for jobs. And all of the jobs that are there, they can pay less to the refugees and they get it tax-free. And all these people, each according to his need, from each according to his ability to each according to his need. With socialism, all the poor people, all the kind of the new voting class, we're going to give them like free housing, we're going to give them free food, and then they get tax-free Deliveroo money. while everyone else is paying like full-on tax, and they have to pay for their rent, which is also increased by these people being here. You're going to have that like en masse in the UK, and you basically they have the highest like population replacement. So all of those people coming in who disproportionately take benefits, this is out in the open. You go look at the official government stats. There's going to be less and less and less and less productivity in the UK, and more benefits. And then when the people who are productive are essentially being replaced by these people who are not as productive, proved by the fact that the countries they came from don't really produce very much, you are actually entering the death spiral. And there'll come a point when the benefits are going to dry up because all the people who are productive are going to leave to countries where they're not going to be taxed as much, and when the value of their properties isn't going to go down because all these people are moving in who people basically don't want to live next to. I watched this thing on YouTube the other day. It was such a vivid depiction of how mass migration can destroy something. It was a very small town in England, really nice, really picturesque, and it was, the YouTube video was called something like The Town That Rejected Mass Migration. There's one like sick hotel in this town, really sick, like super old, hundreds of years old building. It's like kind of like a castle, looked like a palace inside. And the government offered the owner of basically the only and sickest hotel in the area to leave and fire all of the British staff who worked there and the legal immigrants who came, like Polish people came there through the right channels, fire all the staff so they can basically fill it with refugees, 300 refugees. If there was even 30 or like 10 refugees in this part of England, you would notice it. 30, you'd definitely notice it. 300, I think the population of the whole place was like 500 or something. So England is just, I mean, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's a real conspiracy. No one voted for it. It's not even on the budget. They're paying for all this stuff that people didn't vote for. And like the population is getting replaced en masse. It's just happening at an exponential rate now. It's insane. And the news that's coming out is just bonkers. And all around that, you've just got so much Marxism. Like the mayor of London, everything is Marxist. Everything is like all these people are victims. You got to help them. Diversity is our strength.
Pocket Fluff says
it's just, England is completely gone. It's completely gone. And it's going to snowball exponentially. So it's fucking mental. Slubs is right. I didn't want to go there, bruv, but I had to do it. Yeah, no, so it's basically cooked. So I'm kind of liking it out here in Japan. I'm kind of liking it. I walk around Japan, and I was running today. Today, worked for 5 hours in the sun, went to the gym, brutalized the gym, went home, hardcore 2-hour run, and I was running past this horse racing stadium, and it was really dark under these arches, and I thought, if this was in London, there'd be homeless people everywhere. There's like nothing there. Women walking around on their own, like no danger for them. Fuck it. Japan is wicked. I don't want to tell anyone about it because it's gonna mess it up. But they're so compliant here. I think the globalist Hydra is just waiting to screw Japan over right at the end because it will fall so quickly. But who knows? Anyways, thanks, Slavs, for giving us that. But anyways, there's a Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. Are we going to watch that? Yeah, let's watch that. Okay. Didn't know about this. Right. So apparently there's a Mortal Kombat 2 trailer.
You need to stay strong and focused, lol.
There's a Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. Where was Mortal Kombat 1? I don't even remember there being a... This is a sequel to the really cheesy 90s Mortal Kombat. If it's a kind of self-aware parody of itself, this could be quite good. Okay, Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. Official Uncaged Fury teaser trailer. Sign me up, bruv. Let's react to this.
From New Line Cinema.
This is amazing. It's exactly what I said. It's self-aware. They know it's cheesy. Oh my god. This has guts to be good.
The studio that brought you...
Bro, this is amazing. They totally know the brand and they know they can't make it serious. This is amazing.
Cool Hand Cage.
Dude, they've even got... Isn't that the guy who does the movie trailers YouTube thing? I think they actually got that guy to do the voice.
Hard to Cage.
It is him, right? It's the guy who does... What is that guy's name on YouTube?
And Rebel Without a Cage comes Uncaged Fury. starring Johnny Cage.
It's showtime.
They pissed him off.
Yo, this is fucking great. We've got to see this.
They fucked with his shades. They should have brought more guys.
You should have brought more guys.
It's like he's doing really basic. Anyone could have done that jump and they know it. This is actually pretty amusing.
Uncaged Fury. Coming to a
I don't know, bro. Like, it's amazing, but it's very silly. I'm not sure I could handle the whole. Is that for real? That's a real movie? That can't be real. It's got a lot of views. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Okay, so now there's another trailer, official Red Band trailer. Let's watch this. Okay. This is it. This is going to be the barometer.
You're Johnny Cage. I loved Citizen Cage when I was a kid.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
They should do a reboot.
Nobody wants that. Shit went out in the 90s.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen to fight.
Tell me you're not some crazy fans. How are you doing that?
Are you coming or what?
Yo, did they get the original actress for Sonya Blade? Because they should, because she's still in really good nick, right? This is actually quite good. So the premise is good. So we know the character motivation. The protagonist is Johnny Cage. He's like a washed up has-been. In the 90s, Mortal Kombat was huge. Now it's kind of fallen by the wayside. The first movie has become like an endearing, quaint slice of 90s silliness. And he doesn't know what to do with his life. So now he has to try to get his career back together. He'll get back in the ring. He needs to make a successful movie again. So we've already got his character motivation. He wants redemption. He wants one last ride, and he wants to be remembered for doing something good and not just fade out with a fizzle. I like this. I like the story. Mate, they got Wu-Tang on it. Smasher.
Where the hell am I?
It's called Mortal Kombat. It's a fighting tournament. To the death.
Fuck that.
This is a war for the fate of your world.
You dickheads in or what?
I'm not some champion. I don't have transformer arms.
That's not Terry Crews, is it? That's not him. Is it? I don't think it is. I wish it was. Nah, it's not. They should have got Crews. Mate, he was built for this role.
I don't have transformer arms. Or shoot lightning bolts. This shit's got nothing to do with me. I'm an actor.
I saw Baraka was trending on X, so basically he's going to look... Oh, there he is. He's going to look insane.
I find you annoying.
Not the
Oh, mate. Are they taking the piss? Like, did they make it look kind of bad on purpose? Mate. What the actual...
I find you annoying.
Not the face.
Isn't this the girl that's in that Druckmann thing that everyone hates? It looks like the same actress. Do you know what I'm saying? This bad. Is it Druckmann? Intergalactic. This bird, isn't it? Bro, they didn't. Oh no, they didn't. I think they did. Is that her? Oh, fucking hell. Who's this?
It's time.
If there's booba in this, it's a guaranteed watch. But if there's no booba, count me out.
To become
That's the barometer. If there's no booba, then you know the DI team's got to them.
the hero you were meant to be.
All right, you big ugly fuck. It's showtime.
Get over here!
Wow, this CGI is straight up terrible. That is that makes Superman look cutting edge. To coin a phrase.
Are you shitting me? You don't have any powers?
Just incredibly handsome.
It's hard to know if they're actually being serious or not, and I don't even know. Like, that was obviously purposefully supposed to look terrible when he goes under that. So this is made by those kind of weirdos. No offense, I'm sure some people who are watching are like this, who just love bad movies, right? You get these people who are obsessed with bad movies. Don't get me wrong, like The Room and all that, and basically a lot of Arnold films are super entertaining because they're bad. But some people have this like autism for these terrible movies. I feel like those people made this film. Look at this. That's I don't know, like, they're taking the piss, man. They're taking the piss. What can I say? I don't know. I'm kind of lost for words. Mortal Kombat 2. You tell me what you think of it. Lost for words on that one.
Club says the people ain't gonna put up with it and it'll be on the fucking streets. Pocket Fluff says Ajay. Milkitia makes Ting says no, there was one a few years ago. Ajay says, yes Johnny, it's a sequel to the reboot from 2021.
Wow.
Club says lol Carl Urban's about 60. Pocket Fluff says LMAO that looked aye. Ajay says, Johnny, that's not the MK2 trailer. It's the teaser from MK2. The MK2 trailer was released about an hour ago. Once again, it's not a sequel to the 1995 version.
Okay.
It's a sequel from the reboot in 2020.
Right, thank you.
Pocket Fluff says no, that's not her lol. Milkitia makes Ting says wait, Tadanobu Asano is in these? Brad W says, Johnny Cage was an actor.
Right.
Pocket Fluff says doesn't even look like her. The original was also in Saved by the Bell and Billy Madison as Veronica Vaughn. Ajay says, Johnny, watch the reboot from 2021 first.
Is it like that?
If you didn't know it existed. To me it was mid and not close to the original from 1995. Milkitia makes
Oh, lad of mercy.
Slub says MK films have always been dog shite. Pocket
Right.
Fluff says all these PPL look too old or just wrong for the role.
Kinda, yeah, true.
Says, Johnny, in the MK reboot from 2021, you'll get to see how Jax got his metal arms. Ajay says, yes, I told you that the actress is from Druckmann's forthcoming game.
It is.
Makes Ting says except the woman's Victoria Mayo. Pocket Fluff says, I mean if they were gonna go with geriatric Mortal Kombat might as well rehire
Right?
from the 90s. Let's go live.
That would be really excellent.
Says exactly Milky. Brad W says, Baraka that chick from Wicked. That bald actress is playing Jade from MK Games. Pocket Fluff says, Brad W. Brad W says, original Katana from the 90s movies was a smoke show. Pocket Fluff says agree and so was Sonya. Brad W. Milkitia makes Ting says, Johnny just admitted he doesn't understand fun lol. Brad W says, that get over here was pristine.
I didn't like the get that I thought the CGI on that wasn't the best. But yeah, honest to God though, I really want to get a retro console. I mean, we can just retro game, but I want to actually have the real thing. I was in Akihabara again recently, and I think I actually did take some pictures that I'll share with you from retro stuff. Mortal Kombat! Ah, my legs. Absolutely screwed. Yeah, I found some cool retro stuff, y'all. You want to see the retro stuff? Okay, I'm going to show you the retro stuff. Mortal Kombat. Nah, I'm not gonna see that. I see what they're going for. It could have been kind of funny, but yeah, not. I don't know.
Ajay says, the 2021 MK is worth watching only once in my opinion. The story is underdeveloped and ignores important plot points from the games and introduces a pointless new character called Cole Young.
Did they try to make it serious? It wasn't like that, right? I barely remember them doing that. A reboot. It's weird how that game endures, right? That really, it really, I don't know. It's very caught the collective imagination.
Says I could never do the fatalities.
Yeah, that was some nerdy shit.
Ajay says, Kano to me stole the entire movie in MK reboot.
Okay, I got some retro gaming goodness for you all. Who's ready for this? Bruv, I got some retro gaming goodness.
Brad W says, where was Louis Kang? Pocket Fluff says, why are people getting less hot? We're evolving in the wrong direction lol. Milkitia makes things says, if Asano sensei is in them, I'm watching.
Listen, if anyone's not an official Massacre mate, please consider becoming a member now. You can click join in the bottom left of the screen underneath the video. If you do that, you get access to the Johnny Massacre show before anybody else. You also get access to the extended gaming streams featuring the Keystone Kitchen, where I eat things. You get a bit of ASMR and a sexy outro. And you also get some emojis. Where are the clonk emojis? Come on, let's flex those emojis. So look what I saw in Akihabara the other day, Retro Gaming Paradise. A Virtual Boy. They actually freaking had one of these things in really good condition. It's just sitting there on the shelf. See, another reason Japan is so great. Because there's not like mass immigration. People don't steal things. Like, you can just, it's a high trust society. Look at that. 65,000 yen. $400. Virtual Boy just sitting there. I don't know what this is. Some peripheral.
Yes, MK 2021 tried to make it serious with Cole Young. He's an MMA fighter who was poorly developed, but we're supposed to care about him because he has a family. Pocket Fluff says, IDK, you should see my older kids' friends monsters lol. Brad W.
I don't know what the hell this is. Famicom. Somebody knows what this is. $200 or more. It has a sharp. It says sharp on it. What in the world is? What in the world is this? What kind of Famicom is that? That's in good condition. No box though. Look, we got some Super Famicoms down there. So that was amazing to see. Dude, look at this. 3DO, y'all. But it says FZ1. What? There's an FZ1. And look, there's another one, an FZ10. I didn't even know this existed. What is this? It's like some souped up 3DO. Who remembers the 3... Dude, the 3DO, that was a massive fail. That was obliterated by the PlayStation and the Saturn to a certain extent. Dual Famicom with disk system combined, says Chris EBZ. What is that? For what game? Isn't that for Mario 2 or something? Is that what it is? What's this? What's that? So look, 3DO, isn't that amazing? Whole lot of mercy. Dude, who remembers this? Barcode Battler. These were terrible. These were terrible. But I had one. I think I actually had this exact one. I think my dad got given it because he did a book on this. Barcode Battler. Who remembers this? It scanned barcodes from anything from the supermarket and then gave you some stats and you battle other people. How does that even work? It's probably just random. Dude, there's like 30 quid, 40 quid. They're just giving that away. Dude, what is this? I've never seen this before. I just thought the packaging was so interesting. PC Engine Shuttle. What the hell is this? What is that? Look at the box, right? Again, do you know what's so good about Japan? It's like no diversity. It's like all Japanese people. Look at this. Have you ever seen such a nationalist cover art? Amazing. And look how Japanese this is. They have this culture of catching bugs. This little kid's catching bugs. Don't know what this kid's doing. I don't know what. I just thought this was really interesting box. What a mental. What, dude? These were different times, man. Look at this. PC Engine Shuttle. What is that? This I don't even know what it is, but I just took a picture. Look, Casio. There's a Casio console. What is this? What is this? Dude, 39,000 yen, $250, $300. What is that? MX something. MSX. Can anyone tell me what this is? And then, look, what this is like one of the first consoles ever, right? This was before, I don't know what this is. This cassette vision. What is this? It says Epoch TV game. What is that? Cassette vision. What is that? I think this is one of the first ever consoles. I should have looked at the price. Wow, look at these old things. I don't know what that is. Is that a Jaguar? Who knows what that is? No, it's not. I don't know what that is. Casio MX101. Bro, look at it. You remember there's some rich kid who used to have this in school, the Lynx. It just looks so much better than the Game Gear. Dude, look, boxed 43,000. Just over $300. Look at that. You can get yourself a Lynx. See? Can you see I'm getting hype about retro games? I could buy one of these and we could stream it. Look, we got the Super NES. 50,000. Dude, that is probably more than it cost when it came out. I'm telling you, get your retro consoles now and keep them in good condition because these are going to be unaffordable very soon. That is now $350 for. How much did this cost when it came out? Super NES, SNES. There's no way it cost that much. We should look this up though. We should look this up. We should be thorough. So let's see. SNES American release cost.
Slub says diff 3 do. Milkitia makes
$199.
Sloppy lol. Slub says Wonder Swan lol. Pocket Fluff says don't forget all the fat PPL wearing baby Gap clothes Brad W. I'm sure you see it on the beach down in Florida. I see it here lol the worst. Pocket Fluff says, I saw a morbidly obese lady in a thong bikini last time I went a week ago, wanted to bleach my eye holes. Pocket Fluff says, I never knew there was a Casio console. I remember the keyboards lol. Pocket Fluff says do they have Atari? Slub says worst console I ever had was an Amiga CD32. Pocket Fluff says never heard of the Lynx. Pocket Fluff says well other than the actual cat. Milkitia makes things says hey dude how much are we motherboards over there Mayo?
Motherboards? I'm not sure. So this is the Casio. Never seen this before. Never seen this. The crazy thing is, in one store it said don't take photos, but I took photos of it, and now I don't know what I've done with it. But there was like a debug SNES that's super rare. It costs so much money.
Says mine died.
Casio MX101. I'm gonna have to take a look at this. Man, this looks terrible. Nah. It's not, I don't even think it's a gaming. I know it is. Ski command. Yeah, allow this. The Lynx was so good. The graphics were like for a handheld at the time, it was ridiculously good. It had loads of games as well. Like who had this? Yeah, it just basically looked better than the Game Gear.
Fluff says oh wow.
It was at the time, this is like 1990. I don't even think there was. Look at this.
The sound chip was very impressive, allowing for clear, digitized speech in many games. 8 players could connect and play at the same time.
What?
Development of future games would be easy, as the same guys who made the Lynx knew the Amiga inside and out. Atari eventually became
Yeah, look, it was miles ahead, this thing.
almost as expensive as the Genesis. That set did come with California games and an AC adapter though. The price was later cut to $140.
Amazing.
Not to mention playing with head.
Yeah. Wow. Look at this.
Did you know that Alien vs. Predator, which was eventually released on the Atari Jaguar, was actually being developed on the Lynx first? In this version, you can play as Predator or Ripley. Well, I guess that's actually...
Look, this was miles ahead. You can imagine someone had this in school. They were heroic.
4 different versions. And if you're looking for a cartridge version, you can actually find them.
That game was wicked.
But I wouldn't recommend spending money on this unless you're...
Who remembers?
So cool though.
Who remembers the Atari Lynx? Let's open her up. The original game for the box.
Dude.
How's that for a...
Did you know that the
I just want to... When you see someone holding it and the game on it though, it looks super impressive. Console review.
Of video games, of cargo pants if you plan
Yeah,
on...
anyways, the Lynx was dope. That was very cool. What else did they have in this store? Yeah, so the SNES when it came out in America was $199. Now to get a crusty box one, it's $350. So, man, get your retro consoles now. Look, Neo Geo Fighting Stick, Neo Geo CD. Look, Atari Jaguar. Intellivision. Bruh, Xbox One. Yo, this game, it was Phantasy Star something, and the music was so good. I don't know, I bet Milkitian knows what this game is. I want to play this game. We're gonna have to get this game. I don't know, I just took a picture of it because it looks so cool. Look at all this stuff in this store. This store is Super Potato. It's such a wicked retro store. It's overpriced, but what is this game? We're gonna have to find what this is. It's some version of Phantasy Star, but it looks like it was on place. It looked awesome. It just looks so cool. Let's see if we can find it. Phantasy Star. But you know what though? We should have gone on to a cheeky live stream. We've done the format wrong today, but screw it.
Pocket Fluff says, I didn't know there was more than one Atari either. Wild. Ajay says, by the way Johnny, an official live-action movie was announced yesterday of The Legend of Zelda by Nintendo, and it's going to be played by a young girl and boy.
I saw that.
Started to upset the LGBT.
I saw that, yeah, I saw that.
It looks good so far. Brad W says, video game mafia is real. Milkitia makes ting says, Johnny, did your dad work at Nintendo lol?
No.
Fluff says, I only remember the original console with Frogger. My grandpa played the crap out of that lol. All you'd hear was beep beep splat followed by shit over and over. Milkitia makes ting says, I still haven't Phantasy starred.
What fantasy? I think it is this one. I think this is the one that I saw that I wanted to play. Maybe. Is it this? No, it's not this. I don't know, but this looks really cool. What Phantasy Star games are there? Is it this? Phantasy Star Online 2, New Genesis official, 4 years ago. I don't think it's this. The one that I saw looked like PS2. Nah, it's not this. Wow, this looks kind of cool though. Maybe it's the original. Phantasy Star Online.
Milkitia makes ting says so many Phantasy Stars.
Which one am I thinking of that look really cool? So what ones are there? Phantasy Star Online 1 and 2 and this is what we want. I think it's this one. Phantasy Star Universe. Yeah, no, it must be. think it's this. Maybe? No, maybe not. Yeah, this looks kind of old though. 60 frames. Fantasy Star 0? Don't think it was this. Now, this looks too good compared to what I saw. No, this is way too good. This looks kind of cool though. I think it was Fantasy Star 0. Well, no, maybe it was this. Fantasy Star Universe. Probably was. Fantasy Star Fantasy Star? Fantasy Star Universe.
Milkitia makes Ting says. Fantasy Star Online is right up my aesthetic alley. It came out along with Monster Hunter, I think, like Japan's first online titles for PS2.
I think it. Is it this? This looks too good though. I don't know. I just kind of like the look of this. Nah, I think it is this. I want to play this. Is this good? It's one of these games. Fantasy Star Universe. Is it this? It is this.
It's our home, so don't say that.
Yes, it is this. And this song is really good. So this is what I saw in that shop, and I thought, I just want to play this. Fantasy Star Universe. I'm adding this to the list. I just think it looks good. Let's watch this. Bro, how good is this? The tune's so good as well. This looks amazing. Look how good this looks. All the characters. Look at this. Original music. Got the babes. What the fuck is that guy wearing? Look at this. Yo, it's like... It's a battle against the dark. This is... Look at this. The golden age. All original content. We've got the Japanese tune and everything. Is this good? Oh, that's it. Fantasy Star Universe. This better be good. It looks amazing. This has to be good. Oh no, it's terrible. 70. It was designed to be a console game, even more so than Blue Burst, and it doesn't relent in that position even slightly. Okay, so apparently it's not that good. Anyways, yeah, the SEGA Store, the official SEGA Store is open. So, I'm excited about that. Slubs doesn't like it. How dare you, Slubs? So, yeah, I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go to sleep. Yesterday, I ate 8,400 calories. One of those that my stomach actually hurt so much. So I had to burn it off today with some ridiculous amount of training and no food. Going back to this weird cycle of overeating and not eating. Anyways, I'm going to go. I'll be back very soon, everyone. Much love. Take care. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Tell a friend, yeah? See you lot soon. Cheers. Good.